Welcome back, guys, to my channel Forex Black Box. Today I'm gonna analyze pound USD on Sunday night, just before the market open, with about 4 or 5 hours beforehand. Today is the 18th of August 2019. Um, if we just have a look here on, let's just uh, look on the weekly. I know that I'm analyzing every time from the higher time frame to the low time frame, in case if any new subscribers wanted to see what the big picture look like. As you can see here, we are last week or the week before my first video or second or third, I don't remember. I said it was gonna stop here. We're gonna go low a little bit. We're gonna go low a little bit here, and we come back up to this area on weekly. So far, we did break the starting of last week, the week before, and we just retraced back down a little bit. We didn't really been rejected. It doesn't look like rejection at all on weekly time frame, and that's how you can see it here is something similar to it. For example, here it could go down a little bit, but this area is very strong area. That's the bottom of pound the past 4 5 years, 6 years, seven, maybe more, maybe never been. That's the first time ever coming down here, second time actually. That was Brexit, flash crash, retest it, come back up, make a wave one, two, then we're going three, four, five, retrace, another waves, two, three, four, five, then coming back down as you can see on the weekly. Okay, so from that view, we are at the bottom. So majority of buying, the bias of this pair itself alone, pound USD, which is the whole pound across crosses, except a few. As for example, pound Aussie, it's quite high, is not low as the rest of the currencies because Aussie itself weaker than pound in value. Okay, and that's why it's high. And Aussie is connected to so many other facts as well, like China news, like the gold and the local government itself as well. So from here, we can see that is a brilliant low, very good for an investment. And there are two factors here to look at. One, where the bound is, where been before. Did we break new low? We've been moving up last week nicely, and we could just retrace back this week and we'll continue back up to this area. Okay. The second factor is Brexit. Okay. Brexit is going to be always there for the next 5 10 years. I don't know how long that we're going to take it to resolve it, and we're not going to be standby scared or anything like that. That's the market, and market is moving every single day. If it's a bad or good news or is nothing at all, the market will be moving. Because why the market is going to be moving? Because everyone around the world that are buying our currency, the pound, against other currencies. When that happens, that transaction goes through, the currency itself value start to move up and down, up and down. Okay, market generally moves in value. Okay, and if any news come in, it will push the market. Okay, like this. That's shifting in value. Then market start to do some kind of price action here, right? Price action, very simple price action. Then another flash crash, which is news. You could put it as a news categories. But here we go. We start to see after that a proper price action. No consolidation anymore. Getting high, coming back to the low, retest this area. People get confident here, start longing again, get out and get in again. That's how you do it. You don't get married to a position and you hope for the next year is going to be up there, or 2 years maybe can go down. Don't get married to it. This is not stock you can buy here and you sell at high, which you exit your position. You're not selling it back down, you just exiting your position, meaning in stock language is sell. Okay, so now let's have a look here. Let's focus on this downtrend here. So far we could say the whole 1 2 3 4, as you can see 4 here, then breaks these lows, then 5 went down. So 5 almost equal to 1. In between, consolidation, nice head and shoulder, upside down, then tricked everyone and went down. That's something you need to know if you long or short in the market, especially Forex. There are two currency that are fighting each other. It is not a single currency. It's going to go up, 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 or down, down, down. It's going to consolidate. It's going to do ups and downs, and your account cannot take that very well. It's not a stock. You have a leverage, and that's why you get burned very quick because the leverage. Okay, if the leverage is high, you killing yourself by opening position wrong direction and you keep holding on it. You can hold on a stock because the stock doesn't have a leverage. Okay, the stock is a cash. So some stock that have a leverage, some that don't. Okay, so if you buy £1,000 any gold in the stock or S&P 500 or any entity, okay, if that go to zero, you're gonna only lose that £1,000. If you go £50, you're gonna lose only £50. You understand? So don't trade too much on forex. Don't hope it's gonna return back to the up, the highs. No one knows when. We could make a new low and we keep going down regarding Brexit. Okay. Um, so the second fact I was going to talk about is Brexit itself. So just to bear in mind what's happening between Europe and us as a UK. It's just negotiation. Okay. It's not end. It's not gonna end with no deal. We have to have a deal. Okay. When we exit the Europe, we need to have a deal. When we come down to this second layer, which is a good deal or bad deal. Okay, now we are at this layer, good deal or bad deal. So now they're stuck in between this area and no deal at all. No deal at all. It can be you can't leave. We have to have a deal, or you're gonna leave, and we still need to have a deal. You understand? So if you're gonna leave Europe, we need to have agreement. How we're gonna deal with each other. Okay, if you don't have anything on the table, we're not agreeing on anything, we still need to have a deal. Or you can't leave Europe because you not agree to our deals. Ultimately, we are down here, okay? At this day, at this moment, we are at the bottom of the market, which is not confirmed, obviously. There is no bottom of Forex. You can keep going and going and going and don't hope for it to return unless some valuable news, very valuable news to push it back up to increase the value of pound, okay? Money went down like that because all investors or anyone investing in the currencies or the country that started pulling their money out and they started buying other currencies. That's why the value of pound is decreasing. Okay, that doesn't mean people buy and sell in forex itself as trading only. No, it does mean the big companies they start to move in their money or cash or whatever they own in UK to another places like US dollar or Australian, which Australian dollar is really cheap. What is it like other anyway they move in Europe or anywhere else in case of Brexit is not going to work out, but that is very low probability because if you get divorced you need to have a deal. Okay, that's standard. Okay, if you leave Europe you need to have a deal. Okay, now we come to the point of a bad deal or a good deal, and now we're stuck in here if it's going to be a good deal or a bad deal. That's why they keep fighting and they keep going back to the first steps, which is leaving with no deal, but it's not possible. You can't leave with no deal. You have to make a deal to deal with Europe, with the other countries, because every we have a lot of business going on between us and Europe. That's not going to be ending overnight. If we're going to have a good deal, it's not going to finish in next 5, 10 years. If we don't not going to have no deal, which is like I don't believe it at all, we're going to still have a deal. It's all a rumor, and but sell the rumor and buy the fact. Yeah, but the fact is the pound is strong. Pound as a currency is very very strong. It's stronger than Europe, stronger than other pairs, other currencies. Move a lot. Why I'm saying it's strong? Because it does move every single day. Okay, companies, banks that exchange money in pound. When you from dollar to pound, from pound to other currencies, okay? I know the yen is strong, is a safe haven and all stuff because they have a low interest rate, okay? But this not gonna affect the currency as how the currency strong is because we have a lot of banks and all stuff. So you get the big picture. We're gonna have a deal, okay? Point one, point two. Pound is the lowest low since the flash crash in 2016. Just to make it clear, 2016 that's the lowest low, and we coming down again to retest it here. Why? Because we kind of got cold feet and the parliament and talk and all this mumbo jumbo thing. But this is only show, okay? If you're a big investor, you can start to buy from here. You leave your stop loss below here. If you have a big account, you can leave it a little bit lower, and you're building up your position. This is a building. This is a money spot. This is the money spot of the banks and investors and hedge funds. They go slowly until they see more green, then you're gonna see it flying. You're not gonna be like, oh, I missed that day, I missed that week, and so on and so forth. So just analyze the market, trade. If your account cannot take big hits, please do not take the risk. And if it's going down against you, do not stay in. Okay, you do not stay in a bad position. Losing position is gonna burn your account. You're gonna sell everything you own so you can cover it, and you still putting your neck under the any move. Okay, that's not acceptable. You can't be doing this. If you um, trying to survive in this market for a very long time, you need to have rules. Okay, just like when you're driving, you need to stop in red and move in green. You can't just keep driving. The first time you're gonna buy a very expensive car, 50,000 worse, and you never drive in your life before. You put like 100,000 account, you never traded before, and you keep buying, and it's going against you, and you don't understand what's going on, and you just to follow your guts. You're like, oh, keep buying, the bound's going to go up, hopefully you go pray, you go all the stuff, but it doesn't work that way. Okay, if you new to driving, for example, you need to buy a cheap car, then you practice on it, which is a demo account. You practice on it, then after that you put 1,000, try to work out, because this is like experience. You need experience to how to drive, how to trade. Is all equal in life. Okay, we have ups and downs, and you need to know when you'll be up, when you're gonna be down. Yeah, let's just get to analyze pound itself, pound USD. So let me just jump to the daily. I'm gonna be doing that every video. I'll give you a bit of my experience in the form of what the market doing now, and I will be bits and pieces in between, because if I do one video of everything of my experience, I'm not going to be able to give you everything at the same video, which is it doesn't make sense at all, because yeah, I need to show you a proof. Okay, so each video I'm going to be making, I'll be talking a little bit about how to identify, how to get out of bad position, how to get into a good position, and be patient. If you're right, you will win big money. If you're wrong, you're going to lose more than you think. Okay, now very nice daily price action. You can see that trend line, touch one, touch two. Now we have a trend line. Okay, it confirmed after the third one, which we were going to be meeting hopefully down there. The trend started to decreasing down like that. That's that's a price action telling you that's the market. You can't even make it to touch that third touch here to make a lower channel with a long term going down, but it went very fast and come back here and went again and again and again. Now what I'm looking for now is to see break up above this trend line. Is actually decreasing more down here, so I'm going to just touch these guys here because that does more sense to break the first trend line. Then after that we'll break the second angle, then we're going to go for the main one. That's my target. Could happen very quickly. If we have a very big jump up there, don't stay, just get out of your long and wait for pullback Fibonacci levels, and you keep going. Okay, very clearly you can see it's going down. So now I'm expecting to come and touch this here, touch this level, and that level is meeting here. Could happen the 1, 2, 3, 4 days. We're gonna break it definitely. Come back, retest 50% of the big move of the day move itself. I normally buy between 50 to 61%, and my stop loss will be below 90, 91, just below, just close to the previous low. Okay, so now we were looking to go. That's my old draw. That's position. I'm still in it, and I'm looking to get up there. It's a long-term position, and I'm happy to hold it. My stop loss is below there. I moved it. Let me just move this as well. Just below there. In case if anything go wrong in the news, I will just get out. Very simple. Okay. Now my risk has been reduced. My reward, the look is more the odd in my favor. Okay, because it's I can see, look, if we drill down to the days, which is the daily, let's just hide all of those who are in a daily, right? And look at that. Green, two red, two big greens, expect maybe one red, two red. If the price action is strong, we're gonna see maybe one red and wick, just a wick, and come back up again and break the high, yeah, Friday high. And the next day is gonna be up. It could be stopping here, come back, retest this a nice ground here, which we are above it, right? We'll come back, retest this closes. All this closes close nearly to the same price. Okay, very very interesting price action. Then we should bounce from here. Was it any good news, or the currency need to do U-turn anyway? The V formation went down, come back up. It's gonna just maybe one day here slowly, then next day will bump up all the way to this area, this area. Then after that we start counting from here, and so on and so forth. So we've got this area here, these two major areas to look for to exit your position and wait for another opportunity. Or if you play between these two areas, this area, we can exit here or exit here. So between this point and this point, just right in the middle, 127, 128. I could trim my position to 128 in the next couple weeks or so. Let's see. For hours, as you can see, price action is strong, momentum, pull back, break low a little bit, consolidate, 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 break this trend line. If I just put this back up, here we go. Triangle, broke it, come back, test it, and went down. Price action 1, 2, and 3, break 1, and it stay, come back down. Didn't break 2, we is still inside the pattern itself, and now is moving up and it break the previous point. Now we're gonna see ABC, a 3 wave. Inside the 3 wave is gonna be more waves, depends on the time frame. This is a 4 hour, right? So as you can see, now we can see some price action. I'm glad I can see the price action because here is very very big red. Now we have a green, more than 50% here. Come back again, another big green, 90% of this move. Now we have another big green, almost 100% at the top. Now is a V formation. V formation. Whoever sold from here, he exited and switch gears. I'm long now. Okay, so that's the 4 hours. And I watch the market at London Open. Okay, the best time to trade is a London session, overlap with US session. That's the best time to trade. I don't care about Aussie and yen as long as the price action is good. Normally, London buyer buying and Asia selling. Okay, or the London guys they exit and the end of the session of London, and Asia itself will continue to sell all the way down 50, 60, maybe 100% if is the currency is really weak. Okay, and London come back again, see how the market doing, and the investors start to see if there's any good price action, then the buy, the buy, the buy. By the end of London session and blab over crossover with US, we're gonna see like kind of like start stall in a special area. The target has been hit, people start getting out and start switching gears for hedge or whatever the case is. Okay, so now is moving back up here, hopefully gonna maybe it's gonna open, maybe gap up, gap down. It depends how the case is later on in a few hours. And we should see, as you can see, wave 1, 2, 3, break 2, 4 inside between 1 and 2, and we should see wave 5, as you see, that trend line here could come back down a little bit, and with an increase of 4 hours, now we're gapping away. We're gapping away from the trend angle itself, the trend T line angle. Then we could back up here. We could push a little bit higher between this level, 122, 122 and a half, maybe higher at this level. Okay, we'll come back and touch this. Maybe we can touch it on Monday, because Prime Minister is doing a lot of work, boss, and he's trying to make a deal as soon as possible. We're close to October, end of October, Halloween Day, which is the date has been mentioned to leave Europe for real this time. And we're gonna leave with a deal. We're definitely gonna leave with a deal, and they're gonna say, okay, let's deal about it, and let's give you another 12 months because you have something on the table. Then pound will fly from here, which obviously following the price action. As you can see here, the price action is consolidating. There is no more buyer. No one want to risk here because it's very low. Went down, spike down. That's the standard forex reversal signal. Spike down, come back up, been rejected not long ago. It didn't stay much down there, it just went back up and started doing the waves. And from there, that's your job now, to identify the best place to buy, and risk and reward being calculated as responsible as possible. If you get a position without stop loss, sorry, you're driving without a brake. If you're gonna hit the wall, you cannot stop. You don't have brakes in your car. Same thing. Stop loss is like a brake in a car. Okay. If you don't have it, it's not maintained properly, you're gonna lose. You're gonna make an accident. You're gonna lose the car, your investment, and everything. Okay. So that's my trade since the beginning of last week, and it started moving very nicely. I was short and long, and I'm playing it up and down as I usually do. And I'm looking for it to come and touch that trend line, break it, close below, above it. I exit my position, wait for retracement, and I start to buy if I see on a lower time frame price action indicating that we continue upward, and we're looking to break this area, to break these highs and touch the trend line finally. And from there, probably is going to be like a little bit of consolidation, touching, then one time it will be breaking high. Okay, this Fibonacci is on daily, right? I have a separate Fibonacci's because that's the way I analyze the market. That's how I do it on a bigger time frame, so I know where the high probability trade. That's the high probability trade. As you can see, it's gonna touch the zero area. Is that the zero area? No, that's the 11%. Is not common Fibonacci level, but that's how the 50% between these 2 points is this point, and it's touching right down on the trend line. If by chance or in good news touch that trend line with a proper angle, we're gonna get 500-600 pips. Okay, it's gonna touch these areas here. Nice low, nice low, nice low. It's gonna touch you here, play a little bit, pull back to this between these two lows, and start to climb back up. Okay, if we have a good news of Brexit, it's gonna go sharp. It's gonna keep going and going and going and going. If you hear that is the good news of Brexit and you're in the right direction, do not exit your position. Okay, give it a room to play, because as soon as we have a good news, everyone rushing and buying the pound, and the pound is going to keep increasing. Okay, they just said in the parliament like a few months back, they said no deal, Brexit is off the table, pound keep going and going and going and going until here. From this area, I'm not sure if this one or this one, I don't remember exactly. That's January now, not this area, somewhere here. Keep going and going and going and come in some special area and start to go back down when they change their mind or they keep fighting again. Okay, that's the price action. Do you see any indicator on my chart? No. Percentage, Fibonacci, trend lines, and price action. Price action is the best tool you will ever need to trade any market. Any market. Okay, you can very simply look here. Look, big red. If you here, you short. You keep shorting. We see that spike. That's the testing here, and start consolidate. You exit, wait for better opportunity. Okay, you break that trend line, you short it. You see that big green one, you exit, for example, the next one. Okay, that's on daily. Okay, daily is different. You put your trade, you walk away, do whatever you were doing, you working, or you have a good time with your family, or you doing some hobbies, or whatever you're doing, traveling, take a plane 16 hours, go to somewhere lovely and nice. You just leave your position here, leave it there, walk away. You exit somewhere nice, somewhere can tell you, yes, you can exit here, for example. Yes, you can exit this level. Is very common levels, okay? So that's my analyze, that's my view on pound USD, and that will gonna be the same across pound pairs, okay? It's gonna be with euro, with any other pairs. It's gonna be moving because the value of pound is gonna be increased. The money is flying, and the money is flying inside the currency. The currency is getting bigger and bigger in value. That's gonna affect all the currency around the world. Even if there's no one trading it at all, it will increase in value. It doesn't mean that someone actually buying and selling it. No, it means the value of this currency is increasing because the economy of this country is getting better. Okay, there is no money flying there. Forex, there is no. Forex is like a bubble or cloud. There is no control over who's buying, who's selling. You're not taking anyone money. Okay, if you buying something is increased in value only. That doesn't mean you're taking money from someone else. Okay, guys, I hope that been informative for you, and thanks for viewing, and please subscribe, share, leave a comment, and like. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a great week ahead. Thanks. Bye.